Welcome to the driver's seat. We are in front of the Bolt EUV. The Bolt's been around for a few years, and about 2 years ago they came out with the EUV version, a little bit bigger EUV electric utility vehicle. And I like this car from the beginning. I like it now. It's not the biggest vehicle, but when you look at the segment, which includes vehicles like the Nissan Leaf, for example, it fits right in, and they've done a good job with it. The range is about 220, 230 miles. You could do a little bit better depending on how you drive, but we've had a great week with it. Very pleased with how quick it is, how nimble, how easy it is to park in a city like San Diego, where there's a lot of parallel parking and tight parking spots in shopping centers. It certainly is a good entry-level point into the electric vehicle market. You don't have to start with a Tesla or a Lucid if you want to kind of test the waters. This is a good way to go. And Chevy is all in on electric. They have 3 electric vehicles they're going to be launching this year: the Equinox, the Blazer, and the Silverado truck. You're inside the Chevy Bolt EUV, one of my favorite and most affordable pure electric vehicles you can get. Range is about 230, 250, depending on how you drive. And what I love about this vehicle is it's the only vehicle in its class that has SuperCruise. Now, it's not the latest and greatest SuperCruise 2.0. It's actually SuperCruise, I guess, 1.5. There was the first generation, then there was kind of a refresh, which is what we have here in this Bolt EUV, and then there's the ones that are coming on, like Escalade and Lyric and other vehicles from General Motors in general. So what you do is you set the adaptive cruise, you hit the steering wheel button, and you get this green light. And as long as your eyes are looking forward, the vehicle's going to drive. This is the best, and has been the best, self-driving technology, in my opinion, and the opinion of many other automotive reviewers, available today. It only works at certain speeds and on highways and freeways that are mapped. It's not going to be self-driving around the neighborhood. One of the big differences in the next generation, the 2.0, is that if I were to come up on a vehicle right now and just put my turn signal, it'll pass without having to touch the steering wheel. This version does not do that. But it's just a wonderful little vehicle that starts around 27, tops out around 34. You get the federal tax credit, you get state rebates. It's not the biggest vehicle in the world, but I think it's adequate for probably 80-90% of your driving. It is a hatchback, 5-door hatchback. You can put the seats down. There's plenty of storage. There's very little to complain about. General Motors is clearly on a fully electric path. They're building a new plant. Chevy alone has 3 new fully electric vehicles coming this year: the Blazer, the Equinox, and the Silverado EV. So it's a relatively quiet vehicle, not a lot of road noise, and just kind of a nice minimalist car. I think this is what Nissan hoped the Leaf would be, but it just didn't materialize for them. The Bolt EUV to me is the way to go. The regular Bolt is a little small, and GM is putting all their marketing efforts into this vehicle. So you can increase your speed. And you can see how long we've been driving. This whole time we're talking, and no hands. As long as our eyes are looking forward, you could even be wearing sunglasses. I think from a styling standpoint, yeah, some people think it looks maybe a little squished, but I think it's fine. I would look at this as the most basic transportation that, again, it's easy to park, it's easy to get in and out of, it's comfortable. You know, at 6'2", I've got plenty of headroom. Very few things that I would complain about. I mean, it's got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Honestly, I prefer this system to the newer system we just drove in the all-new Colorado. But I guess they had to evolve, and they went with Google as their primary navigation. So as you can see, we're passing a Tesla right now, and on a curve, and I have no worries. I have complete faith in this system. I think it's I wish I had a system like this in my Sprinter van for driving cross country. It would really make the drive much easier. When you look at the competition, certainly Nissan Leaf is right up there. Maybe the VW ID4, even though that's a bigger vehicle. You know, the new Nero Electric would be a better competitor. Kona Electric from Hyundai. So I would say that's kind of your primary set of competitors, and I think that they all have their pros and cons. I think it really comes down to where you're going to get the best deal. So one of the issues, if you want to go with a Hyundai Kona Electric or the Kia Niro EV, is you're not going to get the federal tax credit as of January 1st, 2023, because they're not made in America. So just keep that in mind. Bottom line on the Bolt EUV is that it's affordable because it's made in America. You still get the $7,500 federal tax credit and whatever state rebate you might get. And if you live in a state where you get a carpool sticker for having an electric vehicle, you'll get that as well. So a lot of pluses. Like I said, a good, inexpensive way to get into the electric market. An ideal second car if you have a primary car, just because of its size. But I think it'll serve 80 to 90% of your daily needs. And on those other occasions, you rent something or you have something bigger in the garage. But I think this is a good way to go. Like I said, 27 to about 34,000 is the range. A few more thousand if you add some more option, but it's right in there. And when you take the credits off, you're in the kind of like upper mid 20s out the door with tax and everything. And I think that's a great price point. I'm Ron Doran. Thanks for watching. See you next time on The Driver's Seat.